What is the worst thing you have seen someone do that's totally justified? My brother Ryan was marrying this absolute nightmare of a woman named Brianna. Nobody in our family could stand her, but Ryan was completely blind to it. She was controlling from day one. She told my mom she couldn't wear navy to the wedding because that was her color. She demanded our family pay for all the flowers, which cost like $3,000. When I asked if I could bring my 2 kids to the wedding, she said absolutely not because children would ruin her perfect day. But the worst part was when we found out she hadn't even sent an invitation to our Grandma Helen. When my mom asked why, Brianna just shrugged and said Grandma was boring and would probably fall asleep during the ceremony anyway. I was furious. Grandma Helen was 82 and had basically raised Ryan after our dad died. She taught him how to drive, helped him with homework every night, and even paid for his college textbooks when money was tight. When Grandma found out she wasn't invited, she didn't yell or cry like I expected. She just sat quietly in her kitchen chair, nodding slowly. Then she looked up at me with this calm smile and said, "Well, we'll see about that, won't we?" The wedding day came, and I was dreading every minute of it. The venue was actually this gorgeous old mansion that had been in our family for decades. Grandma had let Ryan use it for free because she wanted his wedding to be special. I was standing there watching Brianna boss around the photographers when suddenly I heard gasps from the guests. There was Grandma Helen walking up the main entrance in the most stunning gold gown I'd ever seen. She looked like royalty. She was carrying this leather folder under her arm and had the biggest smile on her face. Brianna spotted her immediately and marched over, her face turning bright red. "What are you doing here? You weren't invited!" Brianna screamed loud enough for everyone to hear. The entire wedding party stopped what they were doing to watch. Grandma didn't even flinch. She opened her leather folder and pulled out a stack of official-looking papers. "Well, dear, I think there's been a misunderstanding. You see, I still own this property." She held up the documents for everyone to see. "I lent it to Ryan for his special day, but according to the contract I signed, I can revoke that agreement at any time." Brianna's face went from red to completely white. "You can't do that. We have 200 guests here." "I can, and I am." Grandma's voice was sweet as honey but firm as steel. "I think it's time you learned some manners, young lady. This wedding is canceled." The chaos that followed was unbelievable. Brianna started screaming and throwing her bouquet around. The wedding planner looked like she wanted to disappear. Guests were pulling out their phones to record everything. But then something amazing happened. Ryan, who had been standing frozen this whole time, suddenly started laughing. Not angry laughing, but genuine, relieved laughter. He walked over to Grandma and gave her the biggest hug. "Thank you," he said loud enough for everyone to hear. "Thank you for saving me from the biggest mistake of my life." Then he turned to Brianna and said, "We're done. This whole thing is done." Brianna lost it completely. She threw her ring at Ryan and stormed off, screaming about how we'd all pay for this. Most of the guests left pretty confused, but about 50 people stayed behind. Grandma invited everyone back to her house for what she called a real celebration. We spent the rest of the night in Grandma's backyard, eating leftover catering food and dancing to music from her old radio. Ryan kept saying it was the happiest day of his life.